please don't forget to announce yourself when you do start speaking.
Yeah.
And then actually at the end of the sentence, if you can say "end Mike" or "end Gary," I think that would probably be a big help as well. So I'm going to go ahead and strap this on. So basically we're at Bill Maher. He got in trouble for saying the N-word. And maybe just kind of explain what some of the reaction has been in the press and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is Mike, Jesse. First off, so Gary, what was your initial reaction when you saw the clip or when you heard about it? I mean, you're a comedian and you know stuff like this happens. I mean, look at Kramer, Michael Richards, when he had that big freak out. Mike End. Yeah, this is Gary, and actually...
Hey, sorry to interrupt, guys. Still working on getting this mask together here. But when you started, you said, yeah, this is Gary. That made it sound like Mike was saying, yeah, this is Gary. Okay. So it's a little bit confusing. If you can just keep it to Gary start, that way when I hear Gary, I'll know that we're starting anew here. Okay. Because it sounds like Mike was saying he was Gary, and if Mike is Gary, then I just don't even know what it's really confusing.
Okay, that seems pretty straightforward, so we'll just...
Okay, I'm going to get back on this. My eyes are really starting to hurt again, so I'm going to put this in just a second.
Okay, so what was the question again, Mike? Now, Gary end, and Mike start. So the question was, did you see the clip? What did you think? I mean, what was your initial reaction? You're a comedian. And did you have anything? I mean, first of all, did you even see it? Mike end. Gary start. No, I did not see the clip. What happened in it? Gary end. Mike start. Okay, so the joke was he sat down with a senator from Nebraska. And this is still Mike. And he said, do people dress up? Because they're talking about Halloween or something like that, right? And he says, do people dress up on Halloween? We don't do that quite as much. He says, I got to get to Nebraska more, Bill Maher says. And he said, I'd love to have you work in the fields with us. And he says, Maher says...
hey, sorry to interrupt again. Yeah. Who says you should work in the field? Can you make that clearer? Who's
okay? So
who's talking?
This is
who's talking in the my left eye. It's got a real. I think there's a bee stinger.
You gotta cover it up or something. Man.
It's really starting to pulse.
It looks really gross.
So who's saying we should have you working in the fields with us? Can you make that a little more like? So maybe when Maher says his. Question. Maybe say. I don't know. Maybe say. End Maher.
When he starts.
No, when he ends.
Okay.
And then when Representative Ben Sassy replies, maybe you could say, Representative Ben Sassy start. Okay. And then go into his reply, okay?
Yeah.
And then when you're done, and please, and I can't emphasize this enough, please don't forget to say Mike end.
After the entire quote.
If that's when Mike is done talking, yes.
Okay.
And then, of course, you'll...
Okay, so when should I say? This is Gary start. What should I... Should I read any of it?
Well, Gary, how could you read any of... You don't even know what we're talking about right now. So.
Gary start. That's correct, Jesse. I apologize. I don't know what I was talking about. Gary end.
Okay, so I think we've got it from here, Mike, if you're able to handle...
I mean, seems pretty straightforward.
I mean,
this is Mike,
there's,
by the way.
Yeah, well, of course. We've got... I mean, I'm not confused. But, so we've got Mike, and we've got Gary.
Mm.
Who said that?
That was both of us. That was both of us this time.
Okay, that makes sense. And then, of course, we got Representative Ben Sassy from Nebraska and Bill Maher as well.
That's correct.
Okay, so like I said, I'm still working on this thing, so just bear with me. And I really should have done this before I walked in, and I apologize for that. But you guys have got it, so just go ahead and, Mike, finish that quote if you could, please.
This is Mike's start. Yes, Jesse, I got it. Thank you. So anyway, like I was saying, he said they were having a conversation about Halloween or something or other. And he says, "We'd love to have you work in the fields with us." Wait, so Senator Ben, I think it's Ben Sassy. I don't know who it is. The senator says, "I'd love to have you in the fields. I'd love to come."
Yeah, and sorry once again, guys, not to be a stickler. On this, but Mike, I am going to need you to say Representative Ben Sass or Sassy, whichever one you're going with.
Okay.
But say Representative Ben Sassy start before you begin the quote. It's a little bit hard for me to track with this
the blindfold on.
Well, it's not a blindfold, but yes, with my eyes obscured, having a hard time tracking who's saying what. That's all it comes down to is who is saying what. And yeah, I kind of need you to pull this one together for me so we can get on with the next segment. But,
okay, no problem.
All right, thank you.
Mike, start. Yes, Gary. So, like I was saying, Jesus Christ. Like I was saying, Gary Anderson, the conversation went like this. Representative Ben Sass, said he invited Bill Maher to Nebraska. Bill Maher said, Bill Maher, host of the Bill Maher Show, said, I got to get to Nebraska more. And so the Senator Sass said, God damn it. So Senator, so, okay, look, this is not, do you have the mask on yet?
No, I'm sorry, I do not. Please keep going.
Representative Sass, you're welcome. We'd love to have you work in the fields with us. Bill Maher, work in the fields.
Now, did you close the Representative Sass quote, or was he saying, was Sass saying Maher start? Can you make that a little more clear? Because if he's done, please go ahead and close that Representative Ben Sass quote before you continue with the Bill Maher quote. And again, this is to Mike.
No problem.
Who said that?
This is Mike, Jesse. Mike, start. This is Mike, Jesse. Mike, end.
Hey, Mike.
Mike, start. So, yeah, Gary, like I was saying, Bill Maher replied to Representative Sass, and he said, Bill Maher, wait, so Mike and... Look, he said the N-word. All right? And that's not funny.
All right, thanks